Hi students, we are going to explain half-life period, which is denoted either by the symbol T half or capital T. Now, all the radioactive substances such as uranium, thorium, carbon 14, these are all decaying with time. Suppose freshly you take a half gram of a substance will continuously lose the number of atoms, and it will become 1/4 of a gram after some time. Like that, initially 1 kilogram of uranium if you take, after some time it will become half kilogram of uranium. So in general, half-life time is defined as the time during which the initial number of atoms gets decayed to 50% of the initial value. That is, 1/2 of the initial value only will be remaining after this time. Such a time is called as half-life time or half-life period. Okay, we want to derive an expression for the half-life period in terms of the decay constant lambda. So for that, let us start from the decay equation. So we know that n is equal to n0 into e to the power of minus lambda into t. So I will take at time t equal to t half. At a time t equal to t half, the number of atoms remaining will be equal to 50% of the original number, that is n0 by 2. So half-life period is the time during which 50% of the parent nucleus gets decayed. Therefore, if n0 is the initial number of atoms at the start, after a time t equal to 1 half-life, only n0 by 2 number of atoms will be remaining. Therefore, n is equal to n0 by 2. So, I am going to substitute for t and n in the above equation. Therefore, left hand side n will become what? n0 by 2. So, this is equal to, right hand side will become n0 into e to the power of minus lambda into t half. So that n0 get cancelled. So 1 by 2 is now equal to e to the power of minus lambda into t half. Now I will take the reciprocal. Reciprocal of 1 by 2 will become 2, and the reciprocal of e power minus power is e power plus lambda into t half. I will change the sides now. So e power lambda into t half is equal to 2. Therefore, lambda into t half must be equal to logarithm of 2 to the base e. This is the natural log because exponential is raised to the power lambda t half. Therefore, lambda into t half must be equal to log of 2 to the base e. Now, log of 2 to the base 10 I have to convert. If you take the logarithm to the base e, it is called natural log. To convert it into logarithm to the base 10, which is called as common log, we should multiply this by a number equal to 2.303 into log 2 to the base 10. Okay. Therefore, this is left hand side is lambda into t half. Therefore, t half is equal to 2.303 into log 2 to the base 10 value I am going to write 0.3010 divided by this lambda. So the product of 2.303 and 0.3010, that is equal to, therefore t half. Therefore t half is now equal to, the product of these two numbers is 0.6931 divided by lambda. So this is the expression for the half-life period. This is very important equation for solving the numerical problems in the competitive exams and in the board exam also. So t half is equal to 0.6931 divided by lambda. Now I am going to represent the number of atoms remaining after each half-life. Okay students? So if you take a fresh sample, that is the initial number of atoms n0, initial number of atoms will be n0, then after one half-life, n0 by 2 only will be remaining. Then after another half-life, that is after two half-lives, 50% of n0 by 2 is remaining. So it will become n0 by 4. And after three half-lives, 50% of this n0 by 4 only will be remaining. So that this will become n0 by 8. So after one half-life, 50% is remaining. After two half-lives, 25% is remaining. After three half-lives, 12.5% is remaining. Like that, the number of atoms remaining after every half-life can be represented by a graph. So you can look at this graph. Initially, when a time t equal to 0, when the time t is equal to 0, how many number of atoms are remaining? That is n0. So I will take n0 is the number of atoms. After a half-life, after one half-life, 50% of this will be remaining. So here it is n0 by 2. And after two half-lives, the number of atoms remaining is n0 by 4. Like that, after three half-lives, it is n0 by 8. Then n0 by 16. So the number of atoms decreases. I will plot a graph now. So initial number of atoms at time t equal to 0 is n0. After one half-life, I will plot a point against n0 by 2 and t. So this is the point. This is the point. After two half-lives, n0 by 4 means, so the point will be plotted here. Then after three half-lives, it is n0 by 8. So n0 by 8 means I have to keep the point here. And n0 by 16, like this, very close to the x-axis it is coming. So how much time it will take for 100% to decay, that cannot be calculated, because that time is equal to infinity. The time taken for 100% of the sample to get decayed is equal to infinity. So if I will join all these points, okay, the first point lies on the y-axis. So all these points when I join means you can see a curve is available, and this curve will go very close to the x-axis, but it will never touch the x-axis. Such a curve is called exponential curve. Okay students, such a curve is called as a exponential curve, or this is called in general as a decay curve. This curve is called as the decay curve. Okay, now half-life period is defined as the time taken by the radioactive substance to become 1/2 of its initial amount. There is another time which is called as mean lifetime or average lifetime. That I am going to explain in the next session.